A fascinating new study has just come out that links depression symptoms to effort based decision making patterns, with the researchers originally searching for if symptoms of depression caused people to output less mental or physical effort. And the answer was not what they were expecting. It was a little bit mixed, actually. But this new study was published in the Journal of Psychological Medicine. You can find it right here if you want to read this little bit of a monster of a paper just kind of on your own. But let's stick with the summary for now. In short, the summary: higher anxiety was linked with a greater willingness to exert cognitive effort, and we'll double back on this in a moment. But basically, if you have high anxiety, you are more willing than the average person to output mental effort and think about a problem a lot. With anxiety, that may be rumination. While anhedonia, which is inability to feel positive emotions, inability to be happy, and apathy, increased physical effort avoidance. So when you're not able to feel happy and when you're feeling apathetic, participants avoided doing anything that had an increase of physical effort, even losing out on some opportunity costs in the research, which I'm going to scroll down here. This research was 97 participants, 67 of whom were diagnosed with major depressive disorder. The other 30 were a comparison group with no psychiatric diagnoses. These people completed tasks in an effort foraging task, which is a decision-making exercise that evaluates how people balance effort and reward, because you have to harvest rewards from patches that provide diminishing returns, or go to establish a new patch which costs time and effort. It sounds a little bit like managing a garden in Animal Crossing, but it's deliberately set up to measure your sort of tolerance for sunken cost, the sunken cost fallacy, if you're familiar with that. And then they had a second test to put them through to test out their cognitive effort. It was a working memory task of pressing keys, but it was just the sort of rubric they put together to determine how much people were able or willing to focus on the job. And the researchers found that participants with higher anxiety symptoms were more willing to exert that cognitive effort and think about things, which challenges traditional assumptions that depression universally reduces cognitive motivation. They also proposed that anxiety might act as a compensatory mechanism, motivating individuals to engage in effortful tasks as a way to manage worry or maintain performance in the face of perceived threats. And the people that had anhedonia and behavioral apathy, on the other hand, were associated with higher physical effort costs, meaning these people avoided physically demanding tasks no matter what. Even if the sunken cost was bad, even if the reward wasn't great, they just sort of avoided being physical. So I found this article to be fascinating.